I'm Juva Poindexter. I'm a private investigator. I work for a woman-owned private investigating company. We primarily handle divorce cases and custody cases. If a woman suspects that her spouse is being unfaithful, she needs to follow her intuition. And that's usually the case, that they are actually being unfaithful. It's very important to gather the evidence because divorce doesn't stop inside the courtroom. It can be an ongoing process. And the more that you can uncover, the more evidence you have. It's kind of like ammunition. And you can pretty much bet that the other side is going to have some ammunition. So you need to have some as well. It's important to start the process early. And to go back, you need to do a background investigation because it could have been going on for years before you even became aware of it, before you suspected it. So we can go back several years and see if he's been hiding money, if he's been calling people maybe he shouldn't have been calling, if he's been working late and he wasn't actually working. Usually it's been going on for quite a while before the woman gets whiff of it. Private investigating is romanticized on television a lot, and that's actually not what we do a lot of. There is some surveillance involved, but a lot of it is following paper trails. People are creatures of habit, and we can go back and we can learn from the wife what the husband usually does, how he conducts himself. And we can go back years, in fact, and sometimes we find things from years past and dig up things that she had no idea was even happening. Again, your TVs and books romanticize private investigating. And it's not all just cheating spouses. It's when they try to hide money, they try to hide assets from the spouse. Sometimes they can even put things in other people's names to try to cover up so that when they go to court, it's not there. So they hire us to find those, to find the trails, to dig up missing assets, pretty much. The legal system is set up where a lot of people do think that they don't need anything going in, but they're on the defensive when they go in. You don't want to go in on the defensive. You want to go in on the offensive. And in order to do that, you need to have as much ammunition as you can possibly have, and we try to provide women with that. Women are very intimidated by the court system. Oftentimes, this is the first time they've ever come across the court system, ever had to deal with it. And they need to know that we're on their side. If they hire us to help them, we're on their side. We're going to give them the tools that they need to go in and litigate, and the tools that their attorneys can use to better their case. Surveillance is a big part of our job, and it can be the most boring part, but it can also be the most rewarding part because we can see how men interact with their children as well as if they're cheating or whatever, but how they interact with their children, if they're taking them places they shouldn't be taking them, if they're leaving them with people they shouldn't be leaving them with. If often, a lot of times, my job entails digging through people's trash, and you can find a lot out about people by digging through their trash. And there have been times we found pornography, child pornography, things like that. So it's important because we can go where most people either aren't willing to go or can't go. People do have hidden lives oftentimes, and the wife is the last person to know. So what we do is we uncover that hidden life, and it can be quite exciting. And it helps for the wife to be aware of that because nobody wants to believe that their spouse is cheating or leading a double life, but it does happen.